Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Jake, this is Press to Play, and we are finally going to talk about Super Smash Bros. On this channel. I haven't had a chance to talk about Smash since 2018. I've been dying to, especially with all the Smash Ultimate stuff. But luckily, we have got a bunch of DLC coming in the form of Fighter Pack 2. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about, which characters I want the most, but I didn't want to do it by myself. So I've got Alondo back here. How you doing, Alondo?
Good. How about you?
Good. And then
Nice.
a new voice to this channel is my buddy Christian. How's it going, Christian?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna talk about we each picked 3 characters that we want to see in this fighter pack the most. Now I know there's 6 characters coming, but we each picked our top 3. So we're just gonna go through it and let's just jump right into it. Kind of talk about what your character is, maybe a stage you're thinking about, kind of why you want this character in it. Alondo, why don't we start with you? What's your first pick, man?
All right. I gotta show love to my dude Waluigi because he hasn't got
Classic.
to be a DLC, besides like the sports games and kind of like Mario Party, and it'd be kind of funny just to see him like just fight. And since he like started in like Mario Tennis, his attacks can be like tennis racket like oriented. I don't know. They'll figure something out. It'd be just really cool to see. So
yeah, just like that's his whole assist trophy too. Is he's got a tennis racket, so that would be really cool if they gave him more of a Mario sports games focus for his moveset.
Yeah,
I think that could be really cool. I mean, the problem with that is that he is an assist trophy, so
yeah,
we'll see. But I mean, I also don't necessarily think that rules him out, and I think that there would be a lot of hype behind Waluigi. He's one of the more requested
the
characters.
internet would break.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
the internet would for sure
Justin,
break.
How would you feel about Waluigi showing up in one of these 6 slots?
I would love a lanky weirdo to be finally on the screen in a form that is not Lanky Kong. So I'm all for Waluigi hitting the stage.
What if Lanky Kong got in?
Then all I can say is Tiny Kong better be in there too, or I'm a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Alondo, any final thoughts on Waluigi?
Yeah, I just really hope he makes it in there. He's been speculated for years, so hopefully he'll finally make an appearance and we'll get a Waluigi.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people really want to. I remember it was some sort of announcement or direct or something. I can't remember what it was. There was a purple chair and a yellow chair behind Sakurai, and everyone was positive that meant Waluigi. And it didn't happen, so we'll see. It could absolutely happen. Christian, how about you? What's your first pick? Who do you want in this game?
Okay, I will start off with my number 3, because I over-prepared and had 6, so I'm going to throw my honorable mentions in real fast.
Okay.
Geno from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Highly requested.
Hell yes. Heck yes, want it real bad. King Boo.
Oh my god, yes.
Luigi's Mansion, and Captain Toad.
Yeah.
Because he's real cute, has lots of accessories, has not been in a mainline fighting game, so why can't I be Toad instead of watching Toad be the punching bag?
Yeah, no, I would actually like all of those.
My real number 3 is Eevee.
Oh my god.
Eevee. Okay.
So, I want the moveset to be similar to what the manga actually is. So in the manga, they would hold up the evolutionary stone and Eevee would change into Vaporeon, Jolteon, or Flareon, and then would switch back to Eevee.
Really?
So you'd have the moveset sort of like that. Like your over B could be Jolteon and it's, think like the Fox side B.
Yeah.
Where he just dashes real quick. But Jolteon, down being Vaporeon, and he turns into water, kind of like Greninja does. And then, of course, a Mega Man-esque Ultimate, where it's all of the forms of Eevee come out, big Death Laser.
Yes, that would be amazing.
I have it.
Eevee is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. Our dog is named Eevee. We love Eevee in this household. And I mean, to your point about that final smash, Eevee's Z move had all of the forms come out in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, it did.
So like that, and that was one of the most hyped things I have seen in Pokemon because I'm such a huge Eevee fan. I didn't know that about the manga though. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
That would be That would be an awesome, awesome entry. And I mean, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I love Pokemon. But all of the Pokemon I'm seeing, you know, I don't really want another Pokemon to join in if they're on two legs and they're going to punch people. I think someone like Eevee is a much more unique pick for the roster. And
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Eevee has kind of, in the last couple of years, become a second mascot for Pokemon alongside Pikachu. So
sure.
It's kind of crazy because Eevee's been around for so long and has been kind of this fan favorite for a long time, but all of a sudden Eevee is everywhere. So I would not be surprised in the least, and I'd be super excited if Eevee showed up. Alando, what do you think? Would you be pretty hyped for Eevee?
Yeah, that would be really sick. I didn't know that about the manga, so that would be really cool to throw that in there, like that detail. So yeah, that'd be a pretty cool pick. Yeah,
I love that. Good first picks. All right, I'm going to take this one now.
For sure.
Unless you have any final thoughts, Christian, on why you want Eevee?
No.
All right.
No, I just want to know what your third is.
Okay, so, well, if we're doing it in a 3-2-1 kind of order, I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. So, my number 3 then, most wanted character in Smash, would be, and like I said, you know, I made a Super Smash Bros. Wishlist video before Smash Ultimate was ever even announced. And I had 5 characters in that video. And all of them are in Super Smash Bros. In some capacity today, except for one. We've got King K. Rool, we've got Bomberman as an assist trophy, we've got Springman as an assist trophy, we've got the Inklings in there as a full-fledged character. And like I said in that video, we've already got 2 versions of Mario, but I'm adding another one. I really, really want to see Paper Mario join the roster.
Yes.
I have been wanting Paper Mario to join the roster since Melee. I played so much of that original game on the N64 when I was a kid, and I was always fascinated with the whole concept of Paper Mario. I think he's super, super cool. I love all of the unique, you know, partner characters and stuff, and I would love to see them bring those partner characters from that first game into his moveset. So, you know, you got Park Harry for the up special, you got Lady Bow, you got Cooper as maybe a side special, you know, he dashes out and hits people. I think it would just be so, so cool. He could use his hammer and some items of, like, different smash attacks and stuff. His final smash, bring people, you know, whoever he hits, all of a sudden they get transported to that, like, front-facing, on-a-stage, traditional Paper Mario battle, where all of the characters just bombard them on the other side, almost like it's an RPG battle. I think it would look super cool, add all of this flair. The stage, we've already got a Paper Mario stage in Smash. We've had one already, and I think it's one of the most visually interesting stages, and I'd love to see what they can do with another stage. I don't even know what, but just give me more of it. And hopefully, I did this, the first video I posted on this channel, the Gaming Rewind, we talked about a leak that just happened recently where it sounds like there's potentially a brand new Paper Mario game coming at the end of this year that's a return to form. So I think if that is true, and I've been trying not to get my hopes up because Paper Mario hasn't worked for me in recent years, I really want that traditional RPG back. But if that's true, and if that happens, I could easily see Nintendo wanting to throw Paper Mario in here, get him in front of everybody's faces, especially because people play Smash who haven't played Paper Mario or even know Paper Mario exists. I think he would be a really, really good way to promote the game as well. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's my number 3, Paper Mario. What do you guys think, Alando?
That is actually one of the characters I was originally going to put on
really?
my roster. I figured it was going to get thrown out there, but yeah, it's I think it's a great choice because, yeah, I also was looking around and saw that there may be a Paper Mario thing, so it'd be good advertising, it'd be a fan favorite, it would just be a good match for sure. I mean, I know we already have Mario and Dr. Mario, but hey, who wouldn't want to see a Paper Mario?
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Christian?
Ooh, for real, I would love it. Just the partner rush at the end is just like such a nice call out to a weird part of, I think, everyone's childhood. Yeah. At least who grew up with the N64 being like, hey, here's a Mario game where we made Mario weird. I'm totally for bringing it back, as long as the Goomba could be the up taunt.
That would be awesome.
I just want him to say something like, "You're gonna beat all these people, you have to kick their butts now," or something generic.
Take that one step further, right? You know how, like, Snake on the Metal Gear stage can, like, send a codec to people, and Fox can call in the Star Fox people on his stage, all with, like, hitting up taunt.
Yeah.
Palutena's guidance on the Kid Icarus stage. You could totally have Goombario show up and just start talking and giving information about whoever else is on screen. I don't think they'd put that much effort into it as a DLC character, but if they did, that would be so badass.
So cool.
Just sitting there with 80-some characters hitting up taunt or down taunt or whatever to make it happen. I think it'd be so much fun. So that's Paper Mario. I'm glad you guys are on board with that too, because that's the one I'm hoping for the most. And I think out of all of my picks, it's the most realistic. So we'll see what happens next.
Definitely.
All right, Alando, back to you. Who's your number 2 pick?
All right. I know we were talking about it earlier, but I had to throw him in only because, one, my first game I ever played was Donkey Kong 64.
Okay.
So he's just cool to me.
No way.
But it's actually Lanky Kong.
No way.
But think about it. Okay, think about it. His movesets that are, like, in that game could work for Smash, as in, like, his, Baboon Balloon, where he just inflates himself and goes up. That could be his up B or something like that. And then he has his blowgun, that grape shooter or something like that. That could be his B, his neutral or something. And he has those long, lanky arms, so he would have rage. And it'd just be perfect. I feel like, honestly, I know it's way out there, and we were talking about Lanky characters, but I feel like it'd be great.
I can't believe he actually picked Lanky Kong after we were just talking about how ridiculous Lanky Kong would be. I mean, that being said, though,
I'm okay with multiple lanky weirdos.
Hey, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that being said, Donkey Kong 64 is another game that's so part of my childhood, and people trash it now. People give it all sorts of crap now, but that game has such a special place in my heart, and so do all of those characters.
Oh, yeah.
Would I necessarily pick Lanky Kong out of the bunch? I don't know if I would, but would I be upset to see him? Absolutely not.
For sure.
That would just be so good. I will say, though, that game terrified me. Actually, Banjo-Kazooie terrified me of the water. So the entire time I played DK64, I was afraid that stupid shark was going to get me in the water. But I think of all the Kongs, though, Lanky does make the most sense, like, just sheer moveset-wise, because all of them do have, like, a projectile, just some weird power, but, like, Lanky's makes sense for Smash.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, Tiny gets little. Do you really want that on a stage with, like, 12 people? It's just like, oh, no.
No, I totally agree. And, I mean, I'm all about... I really want more unique movesets, and that's one thing that they've done really nicely with the DLC so far, is everyone has been extremely unique. And I think if they keep that going, Lanky Kong would be a hell of a unique fighter. There would be no one like him, so... that would be really, really cool. I'd be really, really kind of stoked. You guys have kind of turned me around on it. I'm imagining his grab now too. You know how Link used to have the hook shot? He would just go, just like grab him, right? That could be really fun.
All of the old sound effects. All of the old sound effects.
I think it would be so much fun.
Great.
That is awesome. Cool pick, man. That kind of came out of left field. All right, Christian.
For sure.
Who's your number 2?
Okay, so I mentioned Geno. Obviously, the only other member of that roster from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars that's left is Mallow.
Yep.
I want Mallow so bad. His moveset is kind of similar to Lanky Kong's, where he does have the weird, like, stretchy abilities. He also has the symbols, which could be his over A. And then he's, like, a very interesting spellcaster. So he could have, like, his down B be one of those, like, heal yourself a little bit moves where he does his HP rain and it just floats there for a while, so he can leave it and it won't heal him anymore, but whoever walks in it heals them.
That would be interesting.
Because that way it at least turns into a fight, and then his, like, final smash could be Starfall, where literally a big giant star just falls down and bounces on the screen a few times.
Yeah.
Granted, there are a lot of things that are similar to that, but he has a bunch of stuff, and you could work out, like, the timed hits with any of his other abilities. I just want to see him fly out of his pants.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be really cool. And, well, here's a question. Do you think people would be pissed if he was the one that got picked over Gino? Because
150% yes, but
I think so
want
too.
Mallow.
Yeah, like, I think that would be really cool, and he would definitely be, like, a very interesting-looking fighter. He'd be very cute, which I think would be cool. So, yeah, I mean, I think that would be such a shocker and come out of left field, and I think that could be really cool. Orlando, are you familiar with Mallow?
No, I was just going to ask. I didn't want to interrupt. I was going to ask. I don't want to get murdered, but I don't know who that is.
Okay, so Super Mario RPG, just for some context, was like one of the original, I believe it was Square Enix with Nintendo, came together and made like a really intense, true like JRPG turn-based style. It was a really unique just system. They had timed hits, they had all this stuff, but Geno and Mallow are two characters from that. Geno was originally a children's doll that a star spirit went to live in, and then became like real and animated, but he had such a unique skill set. Like, he could fire off his hands as rockets. He had an ability that if you hit it at the right time, it was Geno Whirl. It would do max damage to everything, like 9999.
Sounds like a
and
Final
all
Smash.
of his stuff was just like super overpowered, and he has that same like kind of. He looked a little like Link in that sense, but imagine with like an emo swoop instead of the Link like your bangs.
Okay.
He was just awesome. And Mallow is Nimbus, who originally was like fell from Nimbus Land and was adopted by grandfather Tadpole at Tadpole Pond. So you meet Mallow like right away in that story, and he's basically your utility spellcaster. He's the only one with any kind of healing move. He does stupid amounts of magic damage, but is like embarrassingly bad at anything physical until you get like his more gimmicky weapons. Like that game is the game where Peach originally gets her frying pan.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and I think as that spellcaster type, we really only have. And correct me if I'm forgetting somebody, but I think there's just Robin, who's just a straight up spellcaster, right? And if we had someone because even he's got like his sword and stuff, if we had someone that really focused on like keeping at a distance and just doing magic, I think it'd be really cool and really a unique character. So yeah, I'm into it. Any final thoughts on Mallow before we move on to my number 2 here?
I've wanted it since Melee, and I hope I get it soon. If not, I'll still be sad, because they already gave me Cloud. Give me Mallow.
Right? Well, and in that,
it's an easy ask.
That's definitely the hold-up. Because Square, I was shocked when Cloud even got into it.
Right?
That really blew me away. But they're very, like, they hold on to their stuff really tight. Cloud has one song. Like, still to this day, Cloud has one song. That being said, Dragon Quest is there in a really big way, so maybe we'll get... Maybe if you're lucky, Christian, he'll show up. But I think you're going to have to be really lucky. Okay, so, again, I'm kind of restructuring this. To put my personal most wanted character on the top of this list, which will be the last one I say. So, here's going to be my number 2 most wanted character. And it's a character that I think would break the internet and rock the entire world with their inclusion. And it would be truly, truly incredible on both a announcement for Smash level, but also just a video game industry thing. And that is Master Chief from Halo. Because
no one could handle that.
No, that would completely shatter all expectations. We've got Banjo, right? And that Banjo was my all-time most wanted character. I've talked about this multiple times. I so badly wanted Banjo in Smash, right? And it happened. Even though I never thought it would, it finally happened. And we've seen Microsoft and Nintendo be friendlier and friendlier towards each other in really an unprecedented way. You know, Minecraft was the first, Nintendo and Microsoft products. That was the first crossover and crossplay stuff. Since then, we've got Banjo and Smash. We have Cuphead on Switch. We've got New Super Lucky's Tale on Switch. We've got Cuphead in Smash now as a Mii fighter, along with throwing a song in there, too. So they're very, very open to working with Nintendo, which I think could point to potentially this being a possibility. I think it's highly unlikely. But also, Halo Infinite is coming out, and like I talked about with Paper Mario, what better way to hype up the Master Chief character than having it across every headline on the internet when he comes to Smash, right? But why do I want him? I love the Halo series. It's the first game that got me to branch out from Nintendo. I had Nintendo all the way up until I played Halo 3, and then I went back and played the other ones. And it's died down in recent years, but Halo is one of the most iconic series of all time. Like, that game really, really cemented its place in history. And Smash is kind of a celebration of all video game history and all sorts of genres. We've got the platformer, we've got the fighting game, we've got the, third-person action-adventure game, we've got, like Castlevania stuff, we've got all sorts of different kinds of game representation here. Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy have that traditional JRPG sort of elements to it. The shooter genre, first person or third person, is just not been represented. Now, is that something Nintendo wants to stay away from? Maybe. And we do have Splatoon in there, which kind of is their version of it. But I still think you can easily make Master Chief a T-rated character. I don't think that's hard to do. Even Halo itself, I think if you take out the blood, a lot of it is not that M-rated anyway. So I think you could do really cool stuff with him, whether it's, he's got the Needler, maybe even the assault rifle, sticky grenades, the energy sword, all of these big, over-the-top, bombastic type of crazy weapons. And just seeing him in action, I think would be so cool. And I can't imagine saying, do you want to go play that game where Cloud can fight Master Chief fighting Mario and Sonic and Pac-Man? Like, that is just so mind-boggling. I would absolutely love to see Master Chief show up in Smash. Christian, what do you think about Master Chief?
I am actually not a very big Halo fan, but that's mostly because I am garbage at first-person shooters. That is until I started playing on the PC, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, I can kind of do this now. But I think Master Chief would be really interesting, especially because a lot of those mechanics would even open the avenue to be like, hey, if he doesn't have the energy sword now, make it as an item.
Yeah.
Something with like Olimar walking around being like, I have Pikmin and this giant energy sword. Good luck.
That would be so much fun.
Would just be cool, and you could have things like the ghost come in, and you can ride it for a minute or something dumb. They have a lot of the pieces already sort of there in a sense, like in Wario's bike or the sticky grenade being the sticky grenade as it is. Like, he's definitely doable, and I think would bring new life or at least new fans into an already well-established franchise.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Orlando, what do you think? Would you be excited if Master Chief showed up in a trailer?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We spent many nights in the camper playing the Halo 3 Valhalla, just putting hours in that game.
Yep.
And yeah, it'd be cool. And yeah, they have been showing signs of, Microsoft and Nintendo have just been working together, and it would be just a real, no one would expect it. So they'd be like, wow, and yeah, bring more people in. More people, then more competition and stuff. So I say bring them on.
And for whatever reason, when you said Valhalla, and I don't even think this song ever played on Valhalla, but the music in Halo gets so epic that I think the remixes they could make for Smash, or even if they brought them in as is, would be just awesome. I just imagine battling to dun-dun-dun-dun, bum-bum-bum-bum, right? Like, it's such a hype soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, the soundtrack would be so good.
Yeah, I think it'd be so cool to be able to play with those songs as well. So that's my number 2 pick. We're going back to you, Orlando. Who is your number 1 pick?
All right. Also, I just want to say, I didn't know what you were doing from the bottom to the top. I
didn't either.
Started doing my characters, but nevertheless, my last one is actually not specified, but it's actually more representation, I'd say, of a Sega character, as in, obviously the first one that I would want would be Knuckles. But if you think about it, it could be any of the Sega characters, because if you think about it, it could be Tails. He would be perfect. Amy would be perfect. Big the Cat would, be perfect. So, like, all these characters from Sega, would kind of work. Not that you want to just throw a lot of Sega characters in there, but, it's only represented by Sonic right now, And he's cool and all that, but it would be, a lot cooler to see a friend of his in there as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, I mean, even going into Smash Ultimate, before he got deconfirmed through an assist trophy, people were positive Shadow was showing up as a Echo Fighter, right? Yeah. I would love to see Shadow show up as an Echo Fighter. That didn't happen. I would really, really love to see Shadow show up with a more unique moveset than Sonic. But to your point, Knuckles is my favorite Sonic character, and I think Tails would be super, super cool too. And I actually am kind of surprised that Sega hasn't come forward and said and like tried to get more of their characters into Smash. Even just one, whether I'm assuming it would be a Sonic rep. But I mean, Sonic and Mario at the Olympics has been a thing for so many years now. They're not afraid to combine their characters, so I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten another Sonic type character already. So yeah, I would be 100% down. I'm a really big fan of the Sonic series. Give me Knuckles, give me Tails, give me Shadow. Big the Cat would completely... I'd probably fall out of my seat in confusion. And,
that'd be really
and
weird.
laughing hysterically. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of characters you can pick from, and I think they would be really cool. Even Dr. Robotnik, Eggman. Get another villain in there. That would be super cool. Whether he's in his little drone thing like Bowser Jr., I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Christian, what do you think? Would you be down for another Sega or Sonic rep?
Oh, I stand. But only if it would be something similar, just because Sega, as you mentioned, has like a huge rotation of characters that they just haven't tapped into, but are all relatively similar. Like taking Shadow out of it, having something similar to like Bowser Jr., where you can switch between all the Koopalings, being able to do something with a slightly less generic Sonic set would be really cool.
That would be
especially
really cool.
Because all the Sonic characters like adapt themselves into whatever formation it is. Like I can ruin someone on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle as Amy, even though she's the slowest one. But like, I could also do that as Shadow or Sonic, or I forget the other ones. Metal Sonic, I think was the other one.
What if Metal Sonic made it in? That'd be wild.
That would be wild.
That'd be weird.
It'd be so weird and highly disappointing. Well, yeah, I mean, that is an interesting bottle you just opened there, Orlando. Because really the possibilities are endless, and I would be completely down for any of it. Christian, any or Orlando, any thoughts on, or any more thoughts on Sonic or Sega or anything?
No, I'm good to throw my last one in if you're ready.
All right, Christian, it's all you. Take it away.
Let's go.
Okay, so she rose to power in 2006.
Okay.
Early spring. You know her. You love her. You cook with her. It's Cookin' Mama.
Oh, man.
I, thought of it and couldn't stop laughing. And then I'd be like, yeah, I'd throw hands for Cookin' Mama. I'd be afraid of her.
Yeah,
literally have no idea what her moveset would be, short of preparing a recipe and then smashing it in someone's face. Or taking kitchen implements and using them as kitchen implements are often used in horror films, but either way, just that sweet little Cookin' Mama face.
I know.
Just the hand out, and you're just like, she's gonna serve up a can of whoop ass. We're all gonna die.
No, and I think she totally could and would, and that would be such a shocking out of left field character that I think I would love it. And that there's another genre of game that has never showed up is a cooking game. That would be absolutely wild. And I mean,
I would die.
There's been a number of Mama games. You know, I don't even remember what they were, but they had like Cooking Mama and something else Mama, and they had a couple of spin-off series too.
Babysitting Mama or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, maybe
she
there's
has like
no
a
baby
whole
yet.
franchise and like a whole game, like her own. It's like her own franchise. It's terrifying. Yeah. She has her own apps.
Dang, she had to get some. She needed some money, so she had to do a lot more things. So
yeah, I think
like Cooking Mama, take my money.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And she, like, when you said that, it reminded me of Isabelle, because Isabelle is just this really cute, happy-looking thing, but her moveset is just, it makes it really fun to play as Isabelle, even though you wouldn't think Isabelle would be able to fight. But I think Cooking Mama has a little bit of fight in her already. Like, I can kind of see it in her eyes.
For sure.
If they can make Isabelle work, the god of Animal Crossing, because let's face it, she's the only thing that prevented the animals from reverting back to, like, how the animal kingdom actually works. She owns them. If she can do it, Cookin' Mama can be in Smash.
Hell yes. I love that pick. Awesome. I love that pick. Alando, what do you think? Any thoughts on Cooking Mama?
Oh man, I would just lose it probably if they announced that, but I would definitely try her out. But I think that is a very unique pick, and I kind of hope that they do it now because it's funny.
Cooking Mama 2020.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, make it happen. That would be so crazy. I'd be really curious to see the reaction to that. I feel like there would be some people, kind of like us, who just get the ridiculousness of it and find it awesome. Right. And I feel like people be like, Cooking Mama, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from? Where is it? Right? I can totally see it going both ways. So I'm into it, though. That is a fun, unique pick. I love it. And like I said, unique moveset for sure.
No idea what it would be, but I'm into it.
Yep.
Should be chefing up for sure.
Chefing up.
I do know I'd want her ultimate to be literally like your enemies on the cutting board running from like a knife chopping.
That would be incredible. And they just run into a little boiling pot at the end. That would be amazing.
Just terrifying.
Hey, Kirby did it.
I imagine
Kirby did do it.
She did. He did.
He was stewing up.
He cooked them up. I couldn't believe that one.
Yeah.
I'm imagining her introduction when she turns around with like a knife in her hand or something and says, "Mama cooks up the competition." I can totally see it. I can totally see it.
I want it so bad.
I kind of want it now. I didn't think I did.
Right.
That's a cool one. Right. That's a cool one. All right. Here's my last character. This will be the last character we talk about. This is my after Banjo, which no other characters that we're talking about I'm ever going to get as hyped for as I did Banjo. That's just not going to happen. But I think the character now that I would get the most hype about, and it would be the first indie rep to make it into Smash Bros. As well, is Shantae. I really love Shantae. And I've played a lot of her games, but I never actually beat one until I got Half Genie Hero on the Switch when it came out. And I got so sucked into that game. It's one of the best games I've played on the Switch. I absolutely adore it. And I think the art style is incredible. I think she's an amazing character. And I feel like she'd fit in really good with the rest of the roster. You know, she's kind of on that more Nintendo level looking character. And she's just got this really bubbly personality and moveset that she'd have. Her smash attacks would absolutely be all focused on like her hair whipping and stuff like that. But her specials would pull from her transformations that she can do. So, you know, in Shantae, she can do her little genie belly dance thing and turn into a wide variety of different animals that have different powers and stuff. So she could, you know, maybe her side special, she just turns into the elephant and does like this dash and bashes people, right? Or she could turn into a monkey or a spider, whatever. There's so many possibilities there that you could pull from. Again, I didn't even mean to do this, but keeping it consistent, she's got a new game coming out this year as well. So I think if it was going to happen, this is the time to do it. And the music in that series too is so good and is unlike anything we've heard in Smash at all to this point. You know, it's got that sort of Arabian Night genie type feel to it, and it's such a cool soundtrack. You know, Main Street is a super upbeat song. Dance Through the Danger is a really fun song that I imagine fighting to because it's got these lyrics and stuff that would just be badass. So I really want to see her in this game. And I kind of just want to also see Kirby with a really huge purple ponytail. So I really want her in Smash. She's got a spirit in the game already, which is kind of promising in a way. You know, spirits haven't deconfirmed anybody yet. So they at least acknowledged her to put her in that level. And she's been around on Nintendo consoles for as long as I can remember. Her first game came out on the Game Boy Color, and she's pretty much been rocking it since. So I would really like to see her show up in this game. Are either of you even familiar with the Shantae series? And what do you think?
0% familiar, but looking at this, she has the, like, classic late 90s, early 2000s Cardcaptor Sakura, like, look. It's very clamp.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I would love this. I would go wild. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
this looks amazing.
I think she would be such a unique character. I'd love to see an indie rep, and she's been an indie character longer than most indie characters I can think of. So, and I feel like of a lot of the indie characters, she is one of the more well-known ones. She's one of the more requested ones I've heard. You know, even Artsy Omni did that Smashified version of her, and I was like, oh my god, give this to me. So I would really just love to see her in it, doing her belly dance moves and like all this just kick-ass genie stuff. I think it'd be so cool. Alonso, are you familiar with Shantae, and what would you think of her inclusion?
Yes, I am. That being said, I have not played her games personally, but I have heard of, you know, the games being amazing. So it would be really great to see her in, because it'd be like, you know, people like me that don't really know can check out her games, you know, get more familiar, and then, you know, she'll be a fan favorite. You know?
Yeah.
So.
And the cast of characters in that series too, like her villain Risky Boots is this badass purple pirate chick. Just having like characters like that. Roddy Tops is this cute zombie girl. Like having those characters cameo in the background of whatever the stage is, which if the stage had the art style of Half Genie Hero or the upcoming Seven Sirens, it would be one of the most gorgeous stages, I think, in Smash. So I really want her to show up in this game, but I'm really also doubting it's ever going to happen.
Well, they do have, from the looks of it, because I just don't know the series very well, they do have her, like, main antagonist, Risky Boots.
Mm-hmm.
She's a spirit already in Smash Bros. Ultimate, so there is some level of representation. So you could easily make that jump to be like, you could just make Shantae a character or even an assist trophy to at least get a little more inclusion. But, like, I have this spirit and didn't really realize what she's from.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of the hold up, too, because while she is one of the more well-known kind of indie games out there, there's still not a lot of people who know about it. So, there's a lot of, like, Shantae fans. I feel like every single person who's played a Shantae game seems to really want her in Smash for whatever reason, myself included. But there's not a ton of them out there. That's why, you know, Wayforward is still putting these out as indie titles. But yeah, I think she would be awesome. There's so much potential with her. So I've got my fingers crossed that she ends up showing up in this game. We'll see. Do you guys have any final thoughts on Super Smash Bros. Or DLC or any of the characters we talked about, or do you want to throw out a couple honorable mentions?
Well, I threw out my honorables. But I'm sure I'll think of more if Alonso goes first.
Let's see. The only one that I could think about that was going to be for Lanky Kong was actually going to be Tiny Kong. But now that you say that, getting small wouldn't really work. So that was going to be my original. But then I looked at Lanky, so then I kind of switched it. But I think that everyone picked like good characters, and like no one like said the same character twice, and we had good different variety of characters in there, and I like everyone's guesses
for sure.
So.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing I'm happy about is we ended up with 2 female fighters in our pick here, because all of DLC Pack 1 was male fighters, and there's been 2 things that Smash has needed forever, and it's more female representation and more villain representation, and we've gotten a lot more of both, but I really am hoping to see at least 1 female fighter show up in Fighter Pack 2 here. We've got 6 now instead of 5. Let's hope for the best. Alright, you guys.
Cooking Mama 2020.
Cooking Mama and Shantae. Let's do it.
That's so awesome.
Cool. Alright, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being on this discussion. I thought it was a lot of fun. Hopefully we can do more of these in the future. Whenever we think of things. And, I mean, even when characters do get announced, maybe we can jump on here and talk about how we feel about them. I think it'd be a lot of fun to keep this stuff up. So, thank you very much, you guys, for being on here. I really appreciate it, and I hope you had some fun. That'll wrap up our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Wishlist discussion. So, if you what characters do you guys hope to see in Super Smash Bros. And what did you think of our picks? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to be the first to know when I upload a new video. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PressToPlayOK. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye.